Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have some Barbie news to talk about. From this year's holiday dolls officially revealed, new FRANCIE 60th anniversary reproduction doll, more pictures of the upcoming celebration Marilyn Monroe doll, Angel Reese, we have first looks, and more, so stay tuned, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hype this video cuties, consider becoming a channel member today, link to join is down below, if you're able to of course to support the channel that way, no pressure, and so you do not miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. But for now, let's get into it. First up, yes, let's talk about this year's Barbie holiday dolls that have now been officially revealed. Yes, we are getting 5 dolls and 2 Kens. That's something new, at least. We're getting Ken dolls. That's the one good thing that I can say about this entire new collection. But yeah, so essentially, they look bad. I mean, they just look so simple. The Barbie dolls are like 45 US dollars and the Ken dolls are like 30 bucks each. Now, of course, as per usual with these holiday dolls, they usually do end up going on major sales down the line because, you know, no one really buys these Barbie holiday dolls anymore. I mean, yes, I feel like the completionists, you know, do get them, but like aside from like the major like serious Barbie collectors, I don't feel like many casual people, collectors like myself, really buy Barbie holiday dolls anymore because it's just nothing interesting. They really never put out anything interesting anymore. Again, Ken is here, which is great. 2 dolls, I mean, that's something. The faces are nice. They're not horrible, not pixelated. That's cool. But, you know, that's pretty much about it. Like, the dress is red. Wow. I'm shocked. Tell me something I don't know. A holiday doll, and she's wearing a red dress? Like, wow, I would have never expected that. You know, it's like florals for spring, groundbreaking. So, it's just, I get it. Like, I guess they just want these dolls to be as basic as possible. Like, I'm not really sure, who is, dictating why these dolls need to look so basic. Like, I guess it's the higher ups. They're not giving the designers enough budget to work with to give these dolls really interesting designs. But even so, it's just always red. It's always gold. It's always like one of those two. It's always like a big gown. And I get it. It's like a holiday doll. They're known for having big gowns, but like, I don't know, change up the silhouettes a bit, change up the designs, change up the textures of the fabrics, like the accessories. Like, I feel like every year we're always just getting more of the same. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, it always looks the same. The only thing that really changes are the face sculpts and the face screenings, you know, like those sometimes change. We had Odile for like 2020, right? The redhead. That was cute. She was cute because of the head. People bought that doll because of the head alone to rebody her. You know, people, when they buy these dolls, I feel like they don't even buy them because they like the dress or the doll. It's because they rebodied the heads onto made to move bodies and then they stylize them into their own outfits that they like. So when people do buy these dolls, I don't even think it's because they like the outfit. It's because they want to rebody the dolls, the heads, you know, because they like the head sculpt or the face screening. It's not necessarily because they like the actual doll. So, yeah, just to me, it feels like this is a losing battle. Like, every year we're just going to keep on having to talk about how the holiday dolls are just so basic, so simple, so lackluster, and there's just nothing interesting to look at here. But hopefully I'm wrong, and maybe one year in the future we will be surprised and they will give us something that's actually worth looking at, because as it is for this year, it's just 5 basic Barbies. The faces are not even anything that special. Like, for at least with Odile, the redhead from like 5 years ago or 6, oh my god, 6 years ago, you know, she had a nice face. You know, like, you could argue, yes, she's worth it for the face alone, but like this year, there's no Odile, there's no unique makeup, there's no unique hairstyles, there's nothing unique about these faces alone. I mean, yeah, they're not pixelated, but that's the bare minimum. So there's not even that. Like, I'm not even sure if people will get these dolls because they like the faces or they want to rebody them. So, I mean, I don't know. What about you? Are you a Barbie collector? Do you like buying the Barbie holiday dolls? And if you do, is it because you like to keep them in box, or do you just get the ones you like, or do you rebody them? Is that like what you do? I'm just so curious because I really feel like, why else would you buy this doll? Like, it's just, there's nothing special about these 5 dolls, and you could argue there's actually more value with the Ken dolls because they don't really do holiday Ken dolls that often. So I think you should actually, if you want to get any of these dolls, get the Ken dolls, because at least then you'll be showing Mattel that yes, we want more boy dolls with nice faces and good quality clothing. You know, are the suits good quality clothing? You could, you know, that's arguable. But you know, it's fine, I guess. They look fine. They are all of these dolls are on model Muse bodies, so there's no articulation, obviously. But they do have stands, I think, and at least one of the Ken head sculpts, like the one with brown hair, he looks cute. Like he has a new face sculpt. I feel like I've never seen that one before. So I do think there's probably more to the Ken dolls here than there is with the Barbie dolls. But yeah, anyway, there's nothing to say. They're fine, they're basic, and they're overpriced as per usual. Will you be getting any of these holiday dolls? Next up, we finally have a good look at the new Barbie Marilyn Monroe Celebration 100th anniversary doll here. We now know for sure that she is releasing sometime in August. More details in a minute. And she's obviously in her iconic pink look here. And this is also a doll and part of a new series called Pop Culture Icons series. So that's going to be interesting to see who else they do in this line, because I do think this is going to be the first doll in this line, Marilyn's doll. So speaking of, it is interesting also that they're not doing a doll of Marilyn herself. It's Barbie as Marilyn. So that's why they're not reusing the face sculpt of Marilyn that they have already done in the past. You know, that's why they're using like a Barbie face sculpt here to cosplay as Marilyn Monroe. I get it, but at the same time, I feel like they should have just done a new Marilyn doll. I feel like that's what a lot of us wanted to see in the first place. And then we get to the dress, of course, the quality of the dress. She's going to be around 80 to 100 bucks, so she's going to be expensive. I'm assuming she's going to be like gold label. And I do think the dress looks nice. Like, it doesn't look like horrible quality, but the jewelry does look a bit cheap. Like, it's all just one singular piece around her necklace and then also around the bracelets. It's just, it doesn't feel like very nice. But at least the earrings are kind of cool. They dangle, and the earring mold, I believe, is the original earring mold that they've used a lot of times in the past with Barbie collector dolls, you know, so that's nice. It kind of has like a rhinestone in the middle, so that's cute. I do think the face is nice, you know, even if it's not Marilyn herself, it does kind of resemble her, right? It's in her likeness, kind of. It's Barbie as Marilyn. The hair, though, the hair is super gelled and looks like it's gonna be you're gonna have to wash this hair because the curls look really questionable. So that's unfortunate, but I mean, I guess there's no good way to do her hair, although again, they've done a Marilyn doll in the past in this outfit, in this hairstyle, and it came out good. So I have that doll. So her hair looks better. Her hair looks better than this hairstyle we have here for this new doll. So I do question like what happened, because if they were able to do it before, why can't they do the hairstyle correctly now? You know, again, it's gonna be gelled, but like, couldn't they have curled it better? It's just, anyway, I love her. I really do. We've been waiting. We've been waiting for this doll to release since like months and months now, but I feel like she's been delayed so many times. So hopefully hopefully it's actually time in August for her to release, because I do want to buy her. Even if she's not really worth the price point, and even if she's not, you know, really a Marilyn doll herself, still, it's an iconic dress, iconic look. It's a huge deal. So, but what do you think of this new Barbie Marilyn Monroe doll? Then we had a first look at the new Barbie with Jean Charles de Castelbajac doll here. So it's designed in collaboration with Robert Best as well. This doll is coming out this year. We don't have specific details yet, but probably going to be expensive as well. And this is a Millie doll, of course, as we can see. And the boots you can't really see here, but she's wearing denim boots. So fabric denim boots. Yeah, so that's cool. I do think this is like a really, already just from the first look, like a really recognizable outfit. The teddy bear kind of jacket, like that's actually really nice. And that's why I'm thinking she's going to be expensive, because, you know, there's no way Mattel is giving us this doll with a teddy bear jacket for like less than $100. Like, you know, they're going to like price gouge this thing, but also because, you know, it's collaboration with a designer. So that makes sense why it would be more expensive. This is kind of similar to like previous Barbie designs that they've done with, you know, fashion designers in the past, obviously. So this is very interesting. I'm not familiar with his work, you know, with what he's done in the past, but again, I do feel like I've seen like this jacket somewhere else, you know? So I do think, again, it's just very visually like recognizable, and you can definitely tell like, oh, it's like interesting, very unique, very specific. Do I think it's a bit boring that they gave this doll, like they gave this outfit to Millie? Like they could have used any other face sculpt, but no, it's Millie. Like it's always Millie. Like whenever they're doing like a Barbie blonde doll, it's always Millie. Like I get it. we've come to expect, but especially for like a collaboration doll here, you'd think like they would do something more unique for the face sculpt, right? Like just give her like more interesting makeup at least, or something unique, right? But like no. The Millie face here looks pretty basic, very unfortunate, because I do think the outfit is very fun, but then the head, the face, the expression, even the hairstyle. I mean, it's a high ponytail, which like, okay, fine, but like, once again, just very simple. So, I mean, again, the main highlight here is definitely the jacket, and you're going to be looking at the jacket, not at the hairstyle or at the face. But yeah, also the boots. Again, the boots being like fabric denim is like pretty huge. So yeah, I like this doll. Will I get her? I don't know. It really depends on like the availability and like how expensive she is, but I do think like visually she's like a really fun looking doll with like the teddy bear jacket. Like, are you kidding? That's a really cool detail. So big news, as we're getting a new Barbie comic book series coming soon from Dark Horse Publishing. So they have announced that they're, you know, collaborating with Mattel to give us a brand new comic book series about Barbie, and we have a first look here at an illustration of Barbie. And I do think this is kind of like major, because, you know, up until now we haven't had like a comic book series of Barbie. I don't think we've had books before, I think, right? Video games, obviously, movies, TV show series, but all of them are not really relevant right now. Like I don't think there's a really good current, like, is there a current Barbie series going on? I don't think so. So this new comic happening, and especially for like adult people, like adult collectors, it's gonna be huge. Like, what could they possibly explore here with Barbie's, like, you know, life, and like, what is the plot gonna be? So I'm very curious, like, what this could be, because it's clear that they're trying to, you know, turn this, like, do this comic book series, but, you know, have it be for adults, like adult readers, not specifically for kids. It's not aimed at kids, a kids audience. So this is very cool. Again, the illustration looks cool, so at least visually it will look nice, right? So I'm just curious, like, what they're gonna do here story-wise with these characters from Barbie. Like, is it gonna be fun? Is it gonna be, you know, like, scary? I mean, I don't think so, but you know, I don't know. Like, we've just never had this before, where it's like a comic book series, like, but for adults, of Barbie. Like, what could that look like? Now, this is really exciting. We have the August lineup for releases happening on Mattel Creations for Barbie. There are 4 in total, which is kind of many. So we firstly have for August 9th, 2 releases happening. We have the Whitney Houston doll and the Iona Maher doll. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but the second doll here is debuting the new buff body type. So yeah, that's kind of a big deal here, getting a brand new body type, which is, again, buff. So that's gonna be so fun to see what, you know, that looks like. We had a first look like months ago of this doll, so gonna be very exciting. But also Whitney Houston, I'm definitely getting that doll. Then we have on August 18th the Marilyn Monroe, obviously 100th anniversary celebration doll. She's gonna be also dropping on Mattel Creations. And by the way, I'm not sure if all of these are Creations exclusive. Like, you would think that they're releasing also on other stores, but on all of these listings it says, you know, Creations exclusive. So I'm really not sure. I'm hoping that they're not exclusive to the website. And then lastly, on August 22nd, we're getting 3 releases here for Fashion Week dolls: Paris, Milan, and New York. And these have leaked also a while ago. We've seen how they looked like, and they're officially releasing now. They do look really good and solid, but maybe not for me, I don't think. Ironically enough, the Millie doll, you know, in that series, which is, I think, the Paris doll. That's the Paris doll for Millie. Her face is actually really nice. So yeah, that's what we want to see when we have a Millie doll. A gorgeous face with nice makeup, okay? Not just give her a bland look, you know, like no makeup, no expression. Like, this is what we like to see on the Fashion Week doll. But those are, again, like 4 releases. Well, technically 6, because Fashion Week is 3 dolls, and then we have 3 other dolls. So it's many dolls happening. What do you think? Which of these is going to be your priority? Then on the 24th of July, we had the official release of the new Barbie role models basketball player Angel Reese doll. This also debuting a new face sculpt in the likeness of Angel Reese herself. This doll was designed by Carlisle New Era. She is a black label doll. She's costing around $30 to $40 US, and she was available on Mattel Creations, but she sold out. Yeah, I know, crazy. Usually these dolls like stick around a bit longer, but I guess this doll really just spoke to people. She sold out, but again, she's black label. She's going to be available at all other major retailers as well. I have seen the Amazon listing, although she's not in stock yet, so I'm thinking like by the time like August comes around, she should be in stock, and then she will be everywhere, and then you can get her if you want to get her. Again, she's black label. They usually make enough of these dolls. They're not limited quantities, so do not worry. But the really interesting fact here with this doll is, aside from a new face sculpt in the likeness of Angel Reese, which does look really good, is that she's actually debuting a new hand sculpt. So the hands on this doll, you'll notice, are painted in pink, and the fingernails are a bit longer. So she's got pink fingernails that are a bit longer. They almost look like acrylics or something. So I love that they gave this doll longer nails in pink, and they look so cute and feminine, and I'm just like, I am so into that. Like, yes, please. I feel like Barbie dolls, they usually don't paint their nails. If they do, they're short nails, So having a brand new like hand sculpt here with longer nails for Barbie specifically, we've had K-pop Demon Hunter dolls that do have like longer nails, but like for Barbie, like we rarely get like a good nail hand mold, like that painted nails, longer nails. This is kind of a huge deal. So I am loving that they specifically made it a point to give this Angel Reese doll like her manicure, pink nails, pink longer nails especially as well. They're sharp, you can see. So I love that, honestly. I do want to get this doll, like especially now that I've seen the longer nails. I was going to get her before because she's pink, and I obviously love pink, and I love new face sculpts on Barbie dolls. But now with the nails, like I have to get her. Like like come on, she's iconic. Like I love this doll. So hopefully when she's available on Amazon, I will be able to get her. But I'm honestly in no rush because there's so much stuff coming out. Honestly, it's kind of crazy. But what do you think of this Angel Reese doll? Again, I do think the likeness was, captured perfectly with the head sculpt. The hairstyle, the edges, the pink headband that's actually fabric, not like plastic. I also like the jewelry and the basketball included. Her outfit looks really nice, and the one sock or leg warmer thing that she has going on, that's really nice. The shoes, they're Reeboks apparently. So I think this is a really good doll for Angel Reese, and just a really good Barbie doll in general. But what do you think? Buy or pass? Let me know down below. And lastly, on the 30th of July, we're getting another release on Mattel Creations, which is the new Barbie FRANCIE reproduction doll here on a genuine Silkstone body. The original FRANCIE doll debuted back in 1966, so this is kind of like a 60th anniversary reproduction doll, but again, this one is a Silkstone body, and there are a couple of changes like that where the original doll did not have shoes, I don't believe, and the original doll also had like bendable legs, stuff like that. There's differences here with the new reproduction doll that the original doll did not have, or I guess there was like different versions of the FRANCIE doll. Again, I was not alive in 1966. I have no idea. So I'm just going off of what I've heard from other people that, there's different versions and like etc. So I have no idea. But if you do know more about this doll, let me know, because I do think it's interesting how she's $60. She is $60 US. She's a reproduction. She's a Silkstone, and she's going to be members exclusive first, and then she's going to be available for, I believe, everyone on the 31st, I guess, on July. Usually they have these like members early drops, and then the day after it's like available to the public. And they've done this kind of stuff before with like reproductions of the original like Barbie dolls before. Like they've done a reproduction of the original Ken doll, the original Skipper doll, and the original Barbie doll, obviously Alan as well. And so now doing this reproduction of FRANCIE is kind of like it's kind of like a, perfect, like it continues that kind of series of the 60th anniversary reproduction of a character a character's original doll debut or whatever. So this is it's a cool line. I have none of those. I have none of those old reproduction dolls that they've done in the past years, because they're all in bathing suits and stuff, and they all cost 60, I believe. So it's just kind of crazy that for $60, yes, she's Silkstone, and yes, she's reproduction, but like it's so much money for like just nothing, you know. And also the hair is super gelled. I mean, it kind of looks so funny, like the way that she's posed in the packaging, the way that the hair curls up, like that is a cinnamon roll, you know, like that is a pastry. That does not even look like hair anymore. That's like a roll of bread, you know. So that just, I mean, I guess like how else would they preserve this kind of hair style, right? In the packaging, they want to keep it gelled so it doesn't move. But there's got to be a better way to preserve this hairstyle with the curl and stuff than just have it be gelled. Like, it looks horrible. The face is nice. The outfit is very simple. Again, simple heels. A stand is included. You know, the Barbie tag in green. That's a fun detail. I like seeing the Barbie tags in different colors. I feel like that's very, very rare and kind of unique, specific. That probably adds to her, you know, special factor of what makes her cool to look at. So yeah, I have no attachment to this character, to this doll history of the character, to her original debut doll. Like, I have no attachment. So to me, spending $60 on her, and then with shipping is going to be like 80, 90 if not. I just, for basically what is a bathing suit doll or like undergarments doll, like, again, she's Silkstone, which is nice, you know, but it's just, damn, you know, like there's just nothing here. So I mean, again, like if you want to get the reproduction doll, this is perfect, but like there's nothing here. Like, she's a really simple doll and kind of expensive for what she is, even if she's a reproduction. So I don't know, what do you think? Is she worth it to you? Is she a good reproduction doll, or do you think even as a reproduction doll she's a bit expensive? And I don't know. What do you think? I saw a lot of people say that they did not want her to be a Silkstone doll because they wanted to have that factor of articulation, you know, with the legs and stuff. So that's interesting that it's almost like they want it to be $60 because they make it Silkstone. You know, they want it to be more expensive because they make her Silkstone. You know, it's like they do it on purpose. Even if the original doll is not Silkstone, they make these reproduction dolls Silkstone because they want to, you know, price them higher and justify the price point by saying it's Silkstone. So, you know, of course she's expensive. She's Silkstone. So, you know, that's a good excuse to have, right? So, I don't know. What do you think? Is she a buy or pass? Again, let me know, because to me, it's just so much money. And especially with everything that's been releasing recently, like, there's just too much stuff coming out. I cannot keep up. Anyway, that does it for today's Barbie news recap. I hope you all enjoyed, and let me know what you think down below. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hype this video, cuties. Consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join is down below if you're able to, of course, to support the channel that way. No pressure, and so you do not miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Thank you also to all my currently subscribed members. I see you and I appreciate you all so much. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time stay peachy. Kisses.